we've arrived here, Cradle Mountain Hotel. We've driven down here from Launceston today in the mighty bus and trailer, and very shortly we're going to be taking a group of very keen photographers down to Cradle Mountain for their first sunset shoot. It's going to be interesting. I thought we'd be in for a real treat tonight with the sunset, and we may still be. Very high cloud. However, I don't know if you can see a bit of a burn off going on over in the background there, and very, very thick plumes of smoke, and it's just a hazard reduction burn. They're just burning off all the fuel whilst the weather's cooler and the wind's down. But of course it's you know, always has a bit of an effect on what we can or can't shoot. So we'll all jump in the bus. We'll head down to the down to Love, God, I can't even say it, down to Dove Lake, and start shooting. It's going to be amazing. All right, here we are, a bunch of keen photographers at the very iconic Cradle Mountain. Does it get any better than that, eh? Cradle Mountain, does it get any better? Good morning. Day 2 of the workshop down here at Cradle Mountain. Nice early start. It is 5:35 a.m. Got up about 25 minutes ago, had a shower. Didn't take any shots yesterday, as you probably would have noticed. So we'll definitely be taking some photos today and running them through, the settings and just how to set your camera up. The weather here in Cradle Mountain looks like it's going to be deteriorating from this afternoon, so it's going to be interesting to see how we go with some wet weather. I'd say that by this afternoon we're going to see some rain, and then over the next couple of days we'll see a fair bit of rain. The good news about that though is they've also forecast some snow above 1100 metres. That should put a dusting on top of Cradle Mountain if the rain doesn't wash it away. So fingers crossed that we get to see that, because that'd be kind of exciting. Anyway, we'll jump in the bus again. We're going to head down to Cradle Mountain. It's going to be kind of dark, so I won't film much of that. But once the sunrise starts to happen, I'll start working on some shots. Well gang, down to Cradle Mountain day 2. And here for sunrise. Everyone's set up behind me. You can see them there, yep. Bumped into the amazing Tscharke here. He's pretty busy trying to take advantage of this beautiful morning. Everyone's across there. And there's the beautiful Cradle Mountain. Check that out. And the water, silky smooth, nice reflections. Going to be an absolute peller of a morning. I've even set myself up down there for the money shot. Michael's over there, my co-presenter. And he's got a big smile on his dial. So if you haven't been to Cradle Mountain before, this is the money shot. The rocks here leading up to the peak of the mountain there. Beautiful foreground, reflections in the water. That is the absolute money shot. So you can see my composition here. Just the rocks leading straight up, showing the back of the camera. Here we go. Currently at f7.1. But I might just wind that up to about f11, get a better depth of field. Got the remote shutter release on, so get a nice clear shot and just
fire away.
Fire away, that's it. Waiting for those colours.
It's moving across!
Someone's excited? What's going on? Look at that colour, woohoo! You can see it just up here on Marion's lookout. Okay.
Bugger Marion.
Bugger Marion. That's where the colour is. Magic, absolutely magic. What an absolute treat this morning. The colour just going off up there in the sky. I can hear shutters going like crazy. Which you can only imagine would be normal. Look at that, hey? Absolutely beautiful. Glassy, smooth water. Sunset was about 20 minutes, sorry, sunrise, not sunset. Sunrise was about 20 minutes ago, and the best of the colour's gone. So we are packing up. Yeah, we're just packing up and we're going to go around to the boat shed. And you've probably seen the boat shed before, pretty famous landmark out here in Tassie. It was awesome to, met up with Luke Tscharke here. Luke is, as I said, a wonderful landscape photographer, and had a bit of banter online with him before, so good to finally meet. But we'll head around to the boat shed and we'll check that out. You want beautiful, let me tell you, this is the place to be. Cradle Mountain. Just an amazing place. There's not many places where you can go where you get there and it just takes your breath away. And Cradle Mountain for me is one of those places. I'm so stoked that I'm here for just under 2 weeks running these photo workshops. This morning we had a pearler of a sunrise, and now we're heading down to the boat shed just so people can get a feel for what the track's like in the daylight, and we'll come back and we'll do sunrise here in the morning and hope once again that we're lucky with the weather. You just never know, But if you've never been to Cradle Mountain and you love photography, I suggest you get here. It's one of those places that you just won't find anything like it anywhere else.
Did we have a good morning shoot? Yeah!
Fantastic day, morning.
Awesome. We're down at a place called Devil's Cradle, and it's a enclosure for the Tassie Devils. Here's one just here, just down here, as you can see. Very cute little critters, but endangered, and actually have been slowly, about 85% of their population has been wiped out by a type of cancer that is, I don't know if it's contagious is the right word, but it certainly transmits from one to another. And since 2003 there's been a disease research program in coordination with the University of Tassie, and they've been trying to understand the disease and develop a vaccine to stop these creatures from dying from this cancer. Bit sad really, considering they're native here, and a little bit of history of Australia, in particular Tasmania. These beautiful little creatures. And so anyway, our photography tour has brought us here today to photograph the Tassie Devils, and whilst it's not always great to be photographing animals in captivity, or even have animals in captivity here, it's certainly helping the species. They're actually doing a release program as well, where they're releasing some into the wild, back into the wild, with GPSs and fluoro necklaces to help them avoid being hit by cars, and doing all sorts of things to help them survive. So with a bit of luck, they'll find the vaccine. They'll be able to get the numbers back up through the breeding, and the Tassie Devil will live on. So yeah, but absolutely cute little creatures, and big teeth. You wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them. I think they'd have a nasty bite. We're just back from the Tasmanian Devil Park, and you know, got a few shots. Wildlife is not my thing, so you know, I'm pretty much a landscape photographer, but I had a bit of a go. But everyone seemed to have a good time. Interestingly, the weather has come over in Tassie now, in Cradle Mountain. There's a bit of rain coming over. It looks like tomorrow's going to be pretty wet, which will put a, pardon the pun, a dampener on tomorrow's activities, and we'll have to be flexible. So we'll be working out what we do tomorrow for day 3 of the Tassie workshop. A really great day down at Cradle Mountain this morning. Got a nice sunrise, which, you know, is pretty rare to get down here, so it was great to get that. Met Luke Tscharke Photography. If you don't know Luke Tscharke, then I'll put a link down below to his to his Facebook page or Instagram, and you can go and follow him. Another fantastic landscape photographer that lives in Tassie, so it was great to meet up with him. We sort of bounced some messages backwards and forth before I came to Tassie, and suggested we should try and catch up, and so it just so happened that we did at sunrise at Cradle Mountain, so at Dove Lake, so that's pretty cool. And then I was in the rainforest a little bit later on in the day, and helping the group take photos of fungi. I didn't do any fungi or macro photography at that particular point, but helped a lot of people get some good shots, and had someone come up and said hey, and said g'day, and there was Colin Bates, and Colin is a Pixel Chatter viewer. So if you're watching this, Col, good to meet you in the forest in Tassie. Of all the places, there you go, it's a small world we live in. So there you go, and I always encourage you, if you do see me out somewhere doing something in public, always feel comfortable coming up and say g'day. I'm a friendly sort of guy, and happy to have that little chat with you. Anyway, that's it for today. If you're enjoying the videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and get out there and take some photos.